Hey everybody, Dope666 here for part 2 of, what the fuck is it? Is it March, or is it May 1st? Is it?
Well, what time is it?
Yeah, what time is it?
It's 2 in the morning, yeah. It's April 1st.
May 1st, DVD update.
May 1st, yeah.
Fucking gonna keep going strong. Here, we got this 12-pack of movies. Most of them are slashers, it's pretty cool. Okay, we got Nightmare Castle. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed that in the past. I'm just gonna skip over that. Point of Terror is a pretty fucking cool movie. I don't know what I could really file it under. It doesn't really seem like a horror movie, but it was cool. It has some horror elements to it. Definitely. You know, honestly, I'd imagine most of the movies on here I'd only recommend getting if you can find them on here. Let's see, Horror Express. That one was pretty cool. I dug that one. I mean, I'm pretty sure I dug most of these. I know I have A Bucket of Blood. I've reviewed that in the past. Bloody Pit of Horror, I've reviewed that in the past. Don't Answer the Phone was pretty fucking cool. Don't Look in the Basement. Yeah, I believe I reviewed that in the past. Silent Night, Bloody Night, I believe I've reviewed that in the past. House on Haunted Hill, of course I've reviewed that in the past. Little Shop of Horrors was fucking awesome, even though I've seen it quite a few times. This is the only copy I have of it as of now on this fucking 12-pack. Drive-In Massacre was pretty fucking cool. And then The Driller Killer was fucking awesome. I really dug that one. But yeah, this 12-pack, it's like American horror stories. Cool stuff. This next one is not so much horror, but I picked it up because it, you know, documents some horrible shit that happened, and you know, I don't think that this should be excluded from a collection devoted to horror cinema. It's Hitler: The Untold Story. It's like 12 hours of documentary footage about that sort of shit. If you're into that sort of stuff, you know, try and find this. I don't know that you can even find it anymore. They were selling it at Walmart for a couple weeks, so I just picked it up because I like learning about, you know, the whole World War II shit. And yeah, that's that. Here's a movie that got completely overshadowed 10-15 years later after it came out. This is Scream from 1981. Sean C. Phillips reviewed this a long time ago, and I thought that the cover looked so good that his review couldn't possibly be correct, and it was. He said this movie was very boring and very drawn out and stupid, and it proved to be just that. Could have been so much better. This movie had all the potential for a fucking great slasher, and it just fell so fucking short. And it's not often that I don't give credit to these old movies for trying, but it just feels like they did not try at all with this. This was pretty fucking bad. And it's sad to say that because I had a lot of faith in this. I don't know why, but I just did. But if you must, Scream, 1981. Cool cover. Alright. I think that was most of the stuff that I didn't really care for too much. This next one is from the creators of Third Rock from the Sun and That 70s Show. Most of you will probably know what that is, or most of you probably know what it is based upon just that, because the fucking DVD says it right there. You know, it's its only claim to fame. Because I don't think anybody really knows about this other than the people that really watch those and like know about the people that work on those and all the work that they've done in the past. This is Funland from 1989, I believe it is. This is not so much a horror movie either. It almost feels like a sitcom. Almost. But it's like, it's not, obviously not long enough to be, you know, a fucking mini-series, even so, like a sitcom. It's just, it has like a TV show quality to it. But nevertheless, it's very entertaining. I love the characters. I love the plot. And there's some disturbing parts to it, but you know, it's not much of a horror movie. I just wanted to include it because it's one of those things that I've been wanting to have for a long time. Yeah, that's Funland from 1989, I believe. It's odd that this update I'm getting a lot of shit that Sean C. Phillips recommended in his 80s thing. The next two are just from that as well. This one has a very misleading name. It's called The Wood Chipper Massacre from 1988, 1989, somewhere along those lines. And, you know, just the name alone, you would think that it's a very gory movie, and it's not. It's very, like, not gory. This is the Retro 80s Horror Collection, and gory or not, this was fucking hilarious. This is funner than hell to watch. This does feel like a sitcom, and I believe that it was originally made as like a pilot for a sitcom, or something to that effect, but it was very, very funny. You should definitely pick this up. This is awesome. It's so fucking awesome. Another one that Sean Seville recommended, I'm just going to start saying Cool Duder because that's what he's known as on YouTube anyways, and it's a lot shorter than saying his full fucking name. He recommended Dead End Drive-In. Once again, not very, horror-ish movie, but, it's got a dystopian feel to it, and that's why I want to include it in the collection. To me, it's got the same kind of vibe as, like, say, Escape from New York. It's got that fucking dystopian New York feel to it, but it's a British film. It's just like, complete utter chaos everywhere. The law is just watching people fuck people up. It's hard to keep a roof over your head, that sort of shit. They're pretty much converting giant drive-in theaters into massive prisons that form societies that are racist as fuck within themselves. It was a very bold statement, all wrapped up into one hell of a movie. I really, really fucking like this. And it's very action-packed. It's got a lot of thought-provoking material in it. I really dug it. Definitely check out Dead End Drive-In. So as I go through my Amazon profile, and I wonder what to buy next, I was recommended this. And looking at it, you would think that it's just some cheap new age, like 2000, early 2000s sort of slasher shit. But then I looked into it, and I looked at the synopsis, and the year that it came out. I believe it's like 1981. It's 82. And this is actually like a cult movie as well. And it actually touches up on the subject of racism in it a bit, which was cool to see. I definitely like when movies have like that underlying message, stuff that they stand for, stuff that the director and the producer, just anyone involved with the movie might stand for, and obviously, stand against racism. And it says a lot about their character, including scenes that are just completely based upon, standing for that. Scenes that are utterly fucking, like, uncorrelated to the movie. I don't know if that's proper grammar, but, I'm just, whatever, fuck you. Anyways, this was pretty cool, too. There's nothing too spectacular about it, but it wasn't bad by any means, and it just had a cool vibe, the whole movie. Just something that I really liked, and, I'm hoping to spread the word about it a little bit. That's Midnight from 1982. Okay, let me take a drink before I get to this next one. Alright. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. Now I know a lot of people fucking hate these movies. And people don't seem to understand why I like them so much. It is because they are writing these scripts that are not completely fucking unbelievable. For a horror script. For a supernatural horror script, obviously. They are connecting each movie in a pretty fucking flawless way, in my opinion. There's some, like, character flaws. I don't necessarily believe that some hardened street gangster would just, turn on his, fucking, completely make a 360 from his, only looking out for myself mentality to, hey, everyone get out of here, I'm gonna fucking fight them off while you guys, while I die and you guys get away. There's stuff like that I don't really get why they included in this or wrote into it. But I go and see these movies in the theaters when they come out every time, and number 4 was really, really bad in my opinion. I might have given it like a generous review when I first got it, But watching it a few more times with family and friends that wanted to see it when they came over or something, I just realized that I fucking hate Paranormal Activity 4. And then this one came out and completely fucking redeemed the series, in my opinion. I eagerly await another one. I hope they make another one. And anyone that says, "Oh, you just lost credibility in my book," you go fuck yourself anyway. So, yeah, that's it. Oh. What do I got here? Is there anything funnier that I can review? I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. Okay. Todd Sheets came out with 3 zombie movies from like 1993 to 2000. They're called the Zombie Bloodbath trilogy. If you haven't heard of this and you consider yourself to be a pretty decent horror collector, then you need to enlighten your fucking self. And they sell the trilogy in a 3-pack. And these are so fucking funny, dude. And so fucking gory. And a little bit repetitive, but I don't care because it's like some of the funniest fucking micro-budget movie I've ever seen in my life. I watched the first 2 by myself. First one is a little drawn out because they're full length. You gotta remember here, they're full length movies made on a micro budget. So the first one was a little drawn out. It was still funny. Number 2 was fucking hilarious and just all around great. Love the plot. I love the dialogue. I love the fucking selection of actors. And then we actually watched number 3 together a couple weeks ago, and that was just hilarious. I don't care what you say.
I wasn't listening.
Zombie Bloodbath 3.
Oh.
Yeah, she won't admit it, but she laughed. So yeah, you should definitely check out Zombie Bloodbath trilogy. It's fucking awesome. A movie that she will vouch for though is You're Next.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. This movie got a lot of hate too, and I couldn't understand why. It's, you know, a pretty fucking good, you know, breaking and entering movie sort of deal.
I just thought it had a good plot.
I mean, it was sort of predictable, but I just don't see why all the hate. There was good kills in it. There was, you know, decent acting. You know, I just couldn't think of anything to hate about this. And when it was over, I was just like, fuck yeah, that was a good movie. But most people, in my experience, you know, hearing about it, everybody I know fucking hates it for some reason, but I would like to tell everyone to go find out for yourself, because I thought it was fucking awesome. What do I got here? I knew I fucking forgot one. Moving back to the Herschell Gordon Lewis, the Gordor Girls. I think this was his last film. I think this was his last film until Bloodbath 2. I think it was. I'm not sure. Yeah. This was the final film of director Herschell Gordon Lewis's career until he did Bloodbath 2 in 2001 or so. I mean, I can't say much about it because it's just you need to see it. And I think this was the last one I really wanted from him because I already have 2000 Maniacs. I guess I could get the remake, but anyways, this was fucking awesome. And speaking of which, I guess the remakes of 2001 Maniacs, I'm not sure if those came out after the remake, after the sequel to Bloodbath 2, or the sequel to Bloodbath, sorry. Anyways, Herschell Gordon Lewis, check that shit out. I finally have like almost all the Puppet Master films. I had like the first 6 in 3-packs, and then I just found this and got the rest of them. This has the first one all the way through Axis of Evil, and then there's another one that has to do with like the Nazis and shit. And then I'm not sure if they're gonna make another one, but I'm pretty sure this is all of them excluding the very last Puppet Master movie. And then this also has Killjoy 1, 2, and 3, and all of these are good. I mean, people hate on all this sort of Puppet Master fucking Charles Band shit, but I love it. So check all that shit out. Okay. I already have Quarantine and Quarantine 2. Is there really much else that I can say that isn't about the originals already? Like, I'm so pissed off that I didn't know that these existed until after I'd seen Quarantine and Quarantine 2. So I sat through the first one, it was awesome, but it was, you know, pretty much the same movie as Quarantine. And I watched like 30 minutes of number 2 and realized that it was pretty much the same. So, awesome. Just, you know, just like Quarantine 2. I liked them both. Alright. Got a decent amount of reanimated Scarecrow movies. So, I got Scarecrow and Scarecrow Slayer. These are both cheesier than shit and funny. Definitely recommend. Where am I at?
Oh, 16 minutes.
16 minutes? That's
almost 16.
Indeed. So, Scarecrow, Scarecrow Slayer. I'll try and wrap this up very quickly, but these were both pretty cool. I actually really liked Scarecrow a lot. And then Scarecrow Slayer was also pretty cool, just not as fun to watch for me. I don't know. But definitely check these out. These are fun. And then Sci-Fi made this other movie called Scarecrow. This came out in like 2000. This came out this year, 2014. And the effects in it are a little lacking in my opinion, but the concept of the Scarecrow itself that just kind of oozes around with like roots and shit is pretty fucking cool. I really liked it. I had a fun time watching this. And you know, there's your fill of explosions and other stupid shit if you're into that. Okay, here's the first vampire movie that was decent that I've seen in like ever. Twixt. This has got Val Kilmer in it, and it was really weird, honestly. Well, the first time I watched it, I actually fell asleep because I was very tired watching it, and un momento. Anyways, I honestly didn't understand that it was a vampire movie until the second time I gave it a watch. And the quality is a little weird on it. But through and through, this was a pretty cool movie. It's kind of a comic bookish at some points. Like the motorcycle sequence is kind of like that. But I really dug it. So check out Twixt. This guy gets way more hate than he fucking deserves. And I think he's awesome. This is Rob Zombie's The Lords of Salem. This movie was fucking cool, and I don't care what anybody says. The people that are trying to go to the movies and see stuff that is gonna fucking blow their fucking dicks off and scare the shit out of them can go fuck themselves. You are putting way too high of expectations on horror movies these days. You need to sit down and you need to fucking watch the movie and not point out every little fucking flaw that you see, and just, you know, try to enjoy the movie for what it is. Anyways, Lords of Salem was cool as fuck. I watched it here in my room, no fucking surround sound or any of that fucking fancy bullshit. Turned all the lights off, popped some popcorn. This was fucking awesome, and I highly recommend it. I won't say anything else about it. Got a classic here. I believe this is I don't know of any other editions of it. It's just a total classic. It came from Beneath the Sea. Giant octopus movie from the 50s, I believe it is. This movie is pretty fucking cool. It comes with the option to watch it in color or in black and white. I watched it in black and white. I don't know why I told you that, but I guess I found it necessary subconsciously. Anyways, definitely check this out if you're into classic horror cinema. I've got 2 more left. Got The House of Seven Corpses. This was pretty cool. It's got a cool score. It's got a cool plot. It's a movie within a movie. And the ending sequence is pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty spooky in my opinion. So definitely check this out. This is like one of those really weird thin DVDs. I didn't know that it was going to be like that when I ordered it, but it doesn't bother me all that much. This is a cool movie. If you can hear the music, by the way, it just ended. That was the end of their album. They're called King Parrot. They're from Australia. I'm going to turn off the stereo now. And you should definitely go check them out. I'm not going to give you a link or anything because their name's fucking King Parrot. You should be able to find them yourselves. And comes to the last movie in the review. That's Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horrors. What a fucking finale, right? No, this was actually really fucking cool. This was funny as fuck and gory as fuck and fucking gangster as fuck. I'm not. It's an anthology, so there's like 3 stories, and then you know the fucking narrator, it's Snoop Dogg. There's a underlying story throughout all 3 of the other stories, and this has got, you know, Danny Trejo, Aries Spears, fucking Jason Alexander, and Dallas Page, Anson Mount. There's a few others, but yeah, this was awesome. This was one of the coolest anthology movies I've seen in a long time, and I definitely highly recommend it. And there's not much more I can say about it, so that's it. I hate to be so abrupt. I hope everyone's well, even though no one really watched any of my last videos. Maybe I'll get a resurging in my popularity at some point here on YouTube, but I don't really care, so fuck you. That's it. I guess until next time, keep on creeping. Dog666 out.